Okay, so I decided to skip back to the escape segment because we only really need the time, and I guess it was my fault for doing or getting hit. So I did make it back carefully. Again, you really have to watch out for the spikes, but kind of feels weird starting at the mid part of a level, but let's just get on with it, I guess. I hope they shouldn't be too rusty gameplay wise, because I did spend like a week just editing and not really recording so much, but thinking of editing, I'm gonna be a little bit rusty. Commentary rise more than anything else, because I have a bit of muscle memory for this game, so everything should be good. Although there is this one stage which hopefully we might end up having to play, or we will end up having to play in this recording session, so hopefully that doesn't go so badly. But who knows, I might have just jinxed myself, so you never know. I didn't have to get here. I would have gone down the... I think we're fine, really. If we're not, then it's a bit... Okay, no. Oh wow, I was 240. Okay. Huh. Nice. And of course we have a boss stage to go do, so I guess I'll go do that and cut back to when we're in Area 3, or when we're at the shop, I guess. Okay. I think I want to say that that boss is like the easiest. Easier than the first boss, which is a little bit weird when you think about it, because it's the second one, not the first one. Okay, going to go buy ourselves a heart vessel. Really want to say heart container because I've been playing a shit ton of Skyward Sword. Like, I want to say I've just started the fourth, fifth of the game, which is the quest for the Song of the Hero, and like playing 15 hours pretty much straight is a little confusing if the game, or like two games call like the same thing a different thing. So yeah, gee, like I really like I really loved Skyward Sword, but playing it again, it's like, oh boy. You know, back in episode 2 I said some of the level names are puns and then some are literal. This is one of the literal ones. And I'm not lying, it took me until this year to figure out what it meant. And how I figured it out was I was writing my list and I was writing wreck train, and it's like, oh, it's train wreck but backwards. So yeah, pretty fucking literal. And I just have to say that 100% wise, Area 3 is not my favourite in the slightest. Just because of the things you have to do. But the level ideas are pretty goddamn cool. Like, a train. Like going inside of a train and all that. I guess I can check this here. a mine shaft, multiple mine shafts, a casino, which is like 2 levels of the sole reason why this game has a PG rating. At least in Australia and like all other PAL regions. Hold on a second. Oh, no, there's a certainty switch over there, and I did find out that these invisible blocks that turn visible with a switch are called uncertainty blocks, and it's kind of pretty amazing. What else is that? I guess I did say that, or I guess I did find out that, yeah, my favorite, temple in Skyward Sword, as most people's favorite, it has a reason to be a favorite, because, it reuses a, mechanic in another dungeon, or in an earlier dungeon, but, I guess we're doing this level again. Can I get... Why? Get on the fucking pipe, please. But the mechanic is changed extensively, as in, whereas the mechanic is time shift stones, and you only really got to use them in a small radius, but in my favorite dungeon or temple, it's changed so now it's the entire area, so it's either entirely in the past or entirely in the present. There's no in between. And then followed up like straight after that is my least favorite dungeon or temple, and the reason why it's my least favorite temple is because it's pretty much just a generic lava temple or fire temple. The only differing mechanic from other dungeons is pretty much stripped straight from the first fire dungeon you go to, and it's like you could have done something much different, and in fact the dungeon item is an upgrade of sorts to an item you get on the first visit of Elden Volcano. Although, to be fair, I guess that it would sort of make sense to have the fun dungeon item not be something that is too like it isn't used for combat, as the combat for the most part is like a giant puzzle, and the bow and arrow can pretty much just override the puzzle entirely. And in fact, you get items along the way that kind of make the puzzle easier, or the puzzle that is combat easier for you, such as the slingshot, the I think really it is only the slingshot that makes combat easier. I guess upgraded, shields also make combat easier. It's a slight difference of combat, really. How do I get the feeling that we're not gonna make it? Like, we're just not gonna make it? I'm gonna do a reset, because, we just missed out on the time of the coin limit. And, we were one screen away from the ending. So, yeah, no. No thanks. But I guess I did see Bohemian Rhapsody last night even. Fuck. Yeah, it was actually pretty good. Like the first autobiography I willingly went to go see. Only because it's about Queen or Freddie Mercury, and like why wouldn't you go see a documentary about an autobiography about Freddie Mercury? It's like, why wouldn't you? Although on the way, or as we were buying our tickets, I was getting drinks for me and my dad, and I guess an American person, or at least a person with an American accent, came up beside me, and it was like, because I was at the drink dispenser thing, he was like looking at the Sprite questioningly. He was like, "Is this water?" I was like, "It says water." It's like, no, it clearly says Sprite there, dude. And they I think, yeah, the kid had a water bottle, and I'm not sure if it was filled with water or if it was empty, but the kid just, or the dad just gets the bottle and just fills it up with Sprite. It's like, okay. And I was in line in front of them, I think directly in front of them, and I don't think they paid for the Sprite that they used, so yeah. Although I guess that's a good little cheat of getting a free drink at the cinemas. Cause like, really, why wouldn't you? It's like, okay. I mean, I guess they probably would have paid if they got noticed, but I don't think they did, so oh well. Yeah, need to be careful around here. This is like the area I get hit on most. It's like, what? Why is this the area I get hit on most? And also, in editing the series, I noticed that some of the in-between frames you don't really get to see Wario do. They're like some of the best. Like when Wario enters a pipe or a Max Fast machine, he does this like animation where he like looks like he's gonna ground pound or do another shake punch, but I guess he doesn't. Or he doesn't, and it's like really good. That's the only noticeable one I've noticed, really. But I guess I'll see more as I edit the videos. Because the engine is hot, you don't want or you don't want to hit the or touch the engine, because it will burn you if you get hit, if you touch it. Really. What else is there? I guess I kind of mentioned or noticed that drinking bourbon makes my mouth go dry, which is like a really weird thing to do. Like, I guess that just could be a property of bourbon, but it could have just been what I was eating that day or that night, really. So who knows? You know? And yeah, this one's a little bit easier. Despite having 4 missions. So, to correct what happened at the beginning of the series, I will be doing this level in this episode. Because I've noticed that in the last recording sessions, the episodes have either been 20 minutes or 30 minutes, or just about 30 minutes. It's like, what? That's a really really weird range. Well, for me at least. But I guess as the series goes on, we will get to episodes where it might take a single episode to do one level. So who knows? But I guess that will just happen, really. Oh, that's right, we get to see the first transformation here. That being Fire Wario. Wait, we have to be careful. Because we're allergic to fossils. It's like... it's just the situations where you're given, really. Is the main thing. This can't be the first introduction of bombs. Or just sand bombs. I think it might be. Which is weird. We want to go up. We want to grab this guy. Because we don't want to touch a fossil. We can let the fossils break, but we just can't touch them. Okay, we want to go this way, and then up here. Okay. Just gonna take my Wii remote out, just so I can press both down and right, or down and left. Only because when you have a Wii remote as old as mine, it gets a little temperamental if you try to press more than one D-pad button. Okay. Okay. So I wonder if those enemies were added into Mario Galaxy 2 because of this game. I think it might have been. Okay, yeah. For that one, it doesn't really matter too much. Do you think I get really creative with the fire puzzles? Okay, I want to say it's about 2? Okay, yeah, it's 2. So, good thing is, this puzzle resets. Okay. It's... Wait, I think a way to cheese this is, to leave it on, and then come back, and then, just automatically... Okay, no. Don't do that. I feel like the... Really? The timing is really finicky with this. Okay. Really? Really? Okay, no, you can't do that. Okay. There we go. I had the right idea. Just wrong execution, really. There's like a few small hidden details in the background, really. Like people getting eaten by dinosaurs, Wario almost getting hit by a bat. All those are named spin bats. It's like, what? It's like a very little literal definition of the game. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but the episode we finish a level 100%, that's the episode I'll add the treasure descriptions in, because if you kind of didn't notice, we hadn't, or last episode didn't have the descriptions of Savannah Valley. And I guess because I have been going straight to the game to get the power descriptions, because it's an easy, like a really easy method. I didn't notice that the first treasure had a reference to KFC in the power version. It's like, what? It's a syrup, not seasonings. God damn it. Okay, I don't think we want to take the fast machine. Don't think. Wait, no, okay, we have to take this way, I think. Right? Do we... Okay. This is really love putting enemies on treadmills, which you need to pick up. It's like, what? Why? Alright. We don't need... Yeah, we don't need the, things. And also, if, a fossil lands on your head, you automatically lose. That's a Scarracuda. We don't really want those. Wait, what? When did I hit? When did I hit a fossil? What? Excuse me? I'm just doing this now because then we would have had to do the entire level over again. That's just bullshit. Although watch it be like a just like a pixel of my toe touching it. It's like, what the fuck? Okay. Okay, that one landed on my head, so that is my fault, really. And here I was thinking I'll get a perfect one shot of this. Wait, okay, yeah, we need to take the pipe. Although I guess if we do end up taking damage, that's not such a bad thing, because, okay, please don't land on my head. Oh. Oh. That's some bullshit right there. Not sure if you noticed, but, when a fossil breaks, the particles still count. So, yeah. Although I guess it does make some sense, really. Okay, it's like... Okay. Oh god. It's like the frame or two after. Okay, now that the fossils are going the other way, we don't have to fret so much. Okay. And now I do believe that there's one more thing we can still get hit on. Wait, no. Just don't even fucking bother with that shit. Okay, now there's one more thing that can fuck us over. And I'm not taking any chances, you motherfucking or Brabble Pod. You. Okay. I will see you guys back at the end screen, or escape segment. Should go faster than expected. Okay, and we're back, and if we didn't have to take the way back on the, or yeah, if we didn't have to take the way back through the water in this next screen, and we could all the fossils are more lenient in their placement, then we could actually do this entire level in one sitting, or in one run, but no, that's not possible. Only because the game's just like, yeah, no, let's just put fossils here. Yay! Fucking about Bramble Pods, you motherfucker. I guess I did start shiny hunting again. I was using Misuda to get to try and get a shiny Squirtle, but my shiny Snorlax is just terrible, so I'm just not gonna bother. Or I'm going to attempt it, but like much later on, really. Okay, that is done. And I guess before we end off the episode, I'll just say that I'm hunting for a shiny Snorunt the same way as the Squirtle. Okay. We did 3 levels, which is a bit different from the norm, but I guess we're now finally getting back into the norm on episode 6. So, that's fun. I will see you.